Well, it's October 10th, and I'm in my food plot here. Actually, what's left of my food plot. It's pretty interesting. I really didn't expect it to get eaten down this fast. I planted this food plot last week in July, and I like to plant them late in the summer because otherwise the plants get too big and woody, and then they're not as palatable to the deer. But so I planted last week in July, and within about 5 weeks it was looking really good. I mean, it was fairly thick and about a foot tall. And this particular variety of seeds that I planted is called Last Heartbeat, and it's made by Monster Rex, and it has turnips, rape, radishes, and sugar beets primarily in it. And I planted 1 acre here. The first thing I did was I tilled this up really good. This soil is just really sandy, and in fact it's basically sand. I tilled it up really good. I fertilized it, and then we drug it real good before we planted the seeds. And then once we planted the seeds with a spreader, then we just rolled it in because there was rain coming. And it rained that night, and then it rained really good for about 2 or 3 weeks, so the plants got a really good start. And then because it is so sandy, I did water the plot quite a bit when it was dry over that 5 to 6 weeks. But then by the middle of September, it was coming up really good, and we'd already had a couple of hard frosts right around the middle of September. And now here, the 10th of October, it's been freezing pretty much every night. It's been getting down in the upper 20s for like 5 or 6 nights in a row now. But as soon as the frost hit this, the deer just started hammering it, and it went from, 10, 12-inch tall plants down to almost nothing, as you can see. And the whole acre of it's pretty much like this, where I've had quite a few deer in here every night, and they've just been mowing it down. And as you can see, like this radish here, they've eaten the leaves completely off. And now as it gets colder, and once you get some snow, then I haven't planted this variety before, but they tell me that the deer will dig right down through and eat the radishes and turnips and sugar beets and so forth that they can dig up if they can get to it, if the snow isn't too deep. But what I learned from this food plot this year is, number one, I need to fertilize more because it was a little bit spotty, and then it could have grown a little bit better. This is very infertile soil. I should have fertilized more. Secondly, I think next year I'll plant a little earlier in case we have early frosts like those early September frosts again, because these types of plants, when it frosts, it just seems like they completely quit growing, and they don't replenish as the deer start eating on them. Now, the deer that I've got in this food plot, I don't have many bucks around yet, just mostly does, and every night 4 to 6 does come out here, and it's surprising how fast they can eat off an acre. So I really think that in addition to the fertilizing, I'm going to probably plant about 2 weeks earlier next year and try to get a lot more growth going before we could have one of those early frosts. But anyway, this is my tree stand, one of them right here behind me, and as you can see, the deer still hit it every night, but there isn't much left of it. And I'm hoping that in the next 2 weeks here, as the bucks really start to move into this area, that I'm going to have a chance at one of them. I could pretty much shoot a doe off this food plot almost any night. But anyway, we learned a lot this year, and we're going to do better next year. And in the meantime, we may just take out a doe here or two and fill some tags.